Okay. Excellent. Welcome to the parent meeting for winter of 2025. And we are very, very grateful to have you join us in this meeting. And we have also some of our teachers here. And we have also Miriam Marshall, that is the student body government president that has been elected here. So no problem, Miriam. You're okay. Don't worry. So, but we are very grateful for all the families that join us and that are able to be part of our academy here. So let me start here presenting this, and we are going to move right along. Okay, so let's see. Let's switch here. Let me swap. Okay, there we go. There we go. Now we are doing it. Okay, let me go now to the Zoom and start here the sharing of the screen. Okay. And you are welcome, of course, to ask questions. Put your questions in the chat if you want, or you can do it, raise your hand. Okay. A virtual hand or a physical hand, however you want to do it, that is fine. All right. And so we are having this meeting. We'd like to do two parent meetings, one at the beginning of the school year and one here kind of at the middle, a little bit after the middle of the school year. And today, this is the agenda of what we are going to be doing. We are going to explain how the well-educated heart works, okay, all the parts of this network, the mission, vision, educational philosophy. We are going to share some of the schedules that we have. We are going to talk about the student body government and the code of conduct and expectations for students and families. And then the topic, of course, of tuitions and actually also educational, not reimbursement programs, but educational aid, financial aid programs that we have, scholarships and discounts, and then questions and answers. Okay. So first, let me switch over here to this part. And Marlene, if you are here and if you want to help out and correct anything that I say about here, the well-educated heart network and all the things that happen, feel free to chime in. I am not an expert on all the areas of the well-educated heart, but I wanted to kind of give you an overview of what the well-educated heart is. So this network of homeschooling families started, I think, that the beginning was really as a Facebook group, okay? And the Facebook group is still very active. It has 15.6 thousand members, okay? So the Facebook group is still kind of our main way of interacting with families. Let me share with you this other page here that is librariesofhope.com. And here we have in the first page kind of an overview of what the well-educated heart is and all the parts of the well-educated heart. Catch the Vision, Libraries of Hope, Mothers of Influence, Bellamy at Home, Bellamy Dream, the Well-Educated Heart Academy, that is this part, okay? And Simple Joy Art and Belmont and the Forgotten Classics libraries. Okay, so these are all the parts, all the pieces of the well-educated heart. Catch the Vision is a website that basically has the Catch the Vision course, that is a training course that helps you understand and learn about the Well-Educated Heart philosophy. Okay, so this is a free course for everyone, and it has different sections and videos, lectures, and everything. It is fantastic, really. But so this would be kind of the starting place. Most of you have already done that. Then we have the Libraries of Hope, is the place where we have the different libraries, and it explains the rotation schedule and how we do the homeschooling, especially for mothers and children learning together in the Well-Educated Heart way. Okay, and so this page explains all of these things and how they work together. Okay. The Mothers of Influence community is a Mighty Networks community. It's a website that mothers can join, especially, and this is the place where moms basically recharge. That is kind of the best way that I have to explain it. Okay. So this is the place where you can talk together, and there's a lot of different information and activities that are geared towards mothers especially. Bellam at Home is another website that this is for families. Okay, so this is a membership website that the family pays one membership for all the members of the family. And here in Bellam at Home, there's activities for children of different ages, communities, for parents, children, youth, and so on. Very worthwhile to joining in. Bellam Center for Artful Living is our physical campus in Missouri. And the idea here is that we are going to be doing activities to join together physically in our campus throughout the year, mostly during the summer months, but that is part of our network. Okay. Then we have here the Simple Joy fine art for the Well-Educated Heart. There's lots of activities and things that are more geared towards the arts. Okay, and you can also join that part of Well-Educated Heart. And then Belmont is a listening library. So Marlene Peterson has recorded, I think that many, I would say, or most or all of the forgotten classics, and you can listen to them here in this website. And then we have the Forgotten Classics library that has all the different books that are part of the Well-Educated Heart Libraries of Hope. And they are here basically available for reading, buying, downloading, listening. I think that there are lots of different options for that. Okay. So that is kind of the whole ecosystem of the Well-Educated Heart. The Academy, the Well-Educated Heart Academy, is part of that. And in here, we are basically, let me see, if I go here, this is our website, okay? And in our website is really an online academy for middle and high school age homeschooling students and families. So that is our part of the Well-Educated Heart. We want to supplement your homeschooling in order to help you in whichever area you need help. Okay. This is our website, and now we have it that in order to enter into the website, into the Well-Educated Heart Academy, we have a 99 cents fee. Okay. The reason why we had to put this in, it was for safety and security. There were some people that were joining this, okay, um, without, without paying. And we had a lot of businesses or rogue accounts or just friends of students that had no intention of taking a course or anything like that. Okay, and so it is kind of like we were having a lot of people like roaming the halls in a school without being part of the school and the academy. Okay, and so lots of kind of distraction, and so that is why we had to change that part of the academy. We hope that it's not distracting or any problem with that. Okay. Let's see. So here is our website, and we are going to be showing you more places about the website in a second. So let me go now back to the presentation here. So here we have, are there any questions or comments about here all the different parts of the Well-Educated Heart Network? Anything that I may have butchered or missed or done completely wrong? Okay. Or any questions that you have on that? Okay, I think that we are okay with that. So let's move on to the next part, which is here talking about the mission and vision of the academy. Okay. So like I mentioned before, our mission is to be an online school for middle and high school age homeschooling students and families that follow the Well-Educated Heart philosophy. Okay. And we are a community of lifelong learners. We see all of us, teachers and students, as learners, as a community of learners. And we are always trying to improve our learning and the things that we do together in the classes. Okay. Let me see the next slide here, the educational philosophy. I mentioned that it is hearts first, then the mind. Okay, so we are really here to help reach the heart of the students by presenting the content in a manner that is easy to understand and that is engaging as much as possible. We are focused on learning rather than teaching. Okay. We are focused on having personal connections, not on the technology. The technology is the vehicle that allows us to offer these classes and these experiences to families all over the world. Okay. And we want to always instill in our students a sense of wonderment and gratitude first, okay, for every topic. And then we focus on proficiency and utility. All right. So we learn history in order to see the hand of God in all things first, with gratitude for the people in the past, those who were in the past, and the lessons that we can learn from them now in the present. Okay. We learn math, even to see also the hand of God in arranging the universe in such a beautiful and harmonious way. Okay. And we also then learn how do we apply these principles of mathematics and geometry in useful ways. Okay. But that is kind of the way that we we try to conduct all of our classes. Okay. Because of this, on purpose, we are a non-accredited institution. We do not do grading, okay, because we want to focus on learning, not on the evaluation. We give feedback to the students about their performance and how they are doing, but always with the view of how can we improve your learning, your education yourself. Okay, so that is the main difference. A couple of weeks ago, I had a meeting with a mother and a student. This student is basically, a senior now in high school. It's actually this one here, Will. Okay. And he wanted to meet with me in order to work on the transcript for him to turn in for admission to college. All right. And so we don't give grades, but we had a very good, a wonderful meeting together over Zoom discussing his performance on the courses that he took from me, okay, and analyzing how much he learned and what was his progress. And he was able to give himself a grade for the transcript, okay. I was there just to help him to understand what he did well, what were some areas of improvement, and for him to assess his own progress and education. Okay. So, and these were, in the physics course and in geometry and so on. So, important courses to obtain a grade. But we discussed that, and he was able to give himself a grade that, we agreed, yeah, that would be a fair way of assessing your performance. Okay. And so homeschooling families are in charge basically of doing their own transcript, of keeping track of the things that the students do in order to build the transcript. And you as a parent with your student, and we are always willing to help out, all right, you can give the grade of the student in order to build the transcript. But we do not do the grading. We are not there for that, okay? We are there to help. Does that make sense? Okay. Any questions on that or anything? So I think that we are okay with that. So here, these are some things that I even share in the previous meeting, the future direction. So we are going to focus this next year on improving our current courses, okay? So we want to always stay focused on academic subjects that have high demand from the families that we serve, all right? And because of that, this next year, we are probably not going to increase the number of courses that we offer very much. All right. This past year, okay, when we started offering 47 courses. Those were too many. Okay, we diluted a lot of these courses and everything, and so we had to cancel, consolidate that, and we ended up with now 32 courses. So this is still a full school, really, full curriculum with courses in pretty much every single area. Okay, and this is the double what we had the previous year of 16. Okay, so we are probably going to survey the families to see what are some interest or if there's any gaps that families can suggest. But most likely we are going to really keep our courses, the current ones, and make sure that we keep improving the quality of the current courses instead of adding more. Okay, so and it is interesting because, for example, I have taught the biology course already like 4 times, okay, 4 years, and I'm already seeing areas where I need to improve and actualize the course. I cannot just remain with the same course all the time. There are some things that, yeah, we can do better in here. And so that is what is going to be our focus, okay? Um, we are going to keep promoting good online behavior among the students. And because of that, we have our student body government. They are going to be an integral part of that. And we want to improve the communication between parents, teachers, and the administration. Okay. So now I would like to turn the time to Miriam, okay, to help us here with precisely the student body government, okay. And I'm going to share here on the screen the student code of conduct that the students put together. Okay, so Miriam, go ahead. Mhm.
Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of explain like what exactly we do, like what our purpose is, and then just kind of go over the main points of the student code of conduct, just so everyone is aware of this information. So the student body government's main job is to help like maintain structure and safety within the students' events and activities, which for those of you who don't know, it's a more social platform that's available to the students for once they're done with classes and homework for the week. Um, we help plan virtual activities that are supposed to be uplifting and wholesome for everyone to participate in. We post Zoom links for chatting, and then for the security, we help monitor posts made by the students, and we ensure that posts are remaining mindful, uplifting, inclusive, and appropriate. Um, we help maintain the school standards by enforcing the code of conduct when necessary. And so the main points of the code of conduct, I'm just going to read off of my computer. All students must have their cameras on during classes. Usernames should be actual names and not nicknames, and this applies to everybody and not just the students, just so everyone's aware. Profile pictures may be changed frequently, but they must be current pictures of your face. And just to clarify that a little more, we want to make sure that they're not group photos, just so we're know who we're looking at and things like that. Um, all roles on your profile must be the given roles. Please do not add custom roles to that section. If you want to make a post, you must understand the full code of conduct and understand its meaning. And then there's a lot of other expectations listed under that just for students to understand kind of some good guidelines on what to post and what not to post. Posts with external links are not allowed without permission of a student body government member or an adult. Be considerate of others and only use polls and questions for good. Do not seek or request likes or follows. And then it just has the list of the student body government members along with their names linked. So that way they're easy to find and contact for everybody. So that's what I have to share. Just the expectations are that students understand and follow these guidelines before like joining classes and participating in social activities, just because we want to make sure that this is the best environment that it can be.
Excellent. Thank you, Miriam. I really appreciate it. And we have this is the second year that we have a student body government. Okay. And this has been all elected and run by the students. They do their own meetings and everything. Is really a very, very good thing to have and a great help for us. Okay. And what a great focus on that, really. One thing that I wanted to mention about this that we want to emphasize for the parents your help. Okay, this part on having the cameras on during the Zoom classes. Okay, it is very, very critical that happens For the most part, the students do it, but there are still some students that don't turn the cameras on, or they say, I don't have a camera, or my camera is not working. And, this is an online academy. Okay. So imagine if I were to give classes this way, okay, and I were to talk to you all the time this way, it wouldn't be very good. Okay, you wouldn't feel that that is a very engaging experience, and so we need to have everyone on camera. The other reason for that is also for safety, for security, to make sure that everyone that is there in class is actually the students that are there in the class. Okay, so a very important point of that. Okay, let's see if we have that. Any questions about this part? Okay. Once in a while, there are some unwanted behavior. Okay. So if you notice any behavior problem, or your student tells you about something that happens, or you notice any problem that is not correct, please document the interaction. Okay. It is important to take screenshots. Those are very helpful. All right. Because the administration, I need to know what happened, what is going on. Okay. And then you need to communicate with the teacher or the director. All right. If it's something that happened during the class, you can contact the teacher. If it's something that happened not during the class, but within the academy, you can contact me. Okay. All right. So any questions or comments about this? Okay. I think that we are okay with that. So we also want to, I have had this on my to-do list for a long time, to do a better welcome checklist for new members, to help them understand how the website works and so on. We are trying to also clarifying and simplifying the financial aid programs, and we are going to talk about this in a minute. And we continue researching and participating in state-funded programs. Okay. Now, school choice is becoming more and more in vogue in many states. And so we want to become part of a provider for these programs in each state where that is available. So, and I'll show you in a second how you can help with that part also. We want to also streamline how we do changes, cancellations, refunds, and so on. And that is actually getting better. Okay, so we'll leave the questions and answers for a second, but I want to go now to this part. Okay. And show you what we have coming up. Okay. So first off, all right, so let me sign in. Let's see if we can. There we go. Okay. All right. So in the info and links area, this is the part where you can find all the information about schedules, okay, and also how everything works in the academy. So here we have, lots of videos. These are short videos that explain how the academy works. Here we have the schedule for this current year, but I just made available and produced the calendar for next year. Okay, so this is the school calendar for the year 2025-2026. So we are going to have a student meeting on August 15. This is a mandatory student meeting for all the students. Usually I do one meeting in the morning and another one in the evening, but all the students are required to attend the meeting here on August 15. Then we have basically this week, August 18 to the 22nd, where the students start studying their week 1 lessons. Okay, so the studying part, the independent part, starts before the classes. And then on August 25th, that is the first day of online classes, where we start the calendar going. Okay, we have a fall break, a Thanksgiving break, 2 weeks of Christmas break. We have 1 week of winter break and another week basically of a spring break. All right. And we finish classes on May 15 this next school year. Okay. There are some times when there is a class on Monday in order to make up for some of the holidays. All right. And so when, for example, we have Labor Day on Monday, September 1st, so that day we don't have Monday classes, and we make up for that during here the Monday, October 13 to catch up. Okay. So that is how the calendar works. So that is already there. So you can use the calendar to plan, the breaks and everything. And I hope that this is helpful for you. Any questions on that? Okay, all right. We have not yet put together the weekly schedule of classes because we are still working with all the teachers in order to coordinate the schedule of classes. But it's probably going to be very similar to what we have currently now. All right. So that is still forthcoming. We hope to have the weekly schedule for next school year ready and available for you before the middle of April. Okay. So in the middle of April, April 15 to May 31st is when we are going to have the early registration period. Okay. And I'm going to explain what happens during that time frame. And then you can start registering for classes during that time. Okay. So that is, we have to have that ready for you at that time. All right. Now, another part that is important, and this is part of the agenda, is talking about tuition and fees and so on. We are going to maintain the current tuition. I need to update this page, okay? But the tuition is going to be still $600 for the year-long courses and $300 for the semester-long courses, okay? And we are going to offer several financial aid programs for you, okay? So this you can find them here under financial aid in the menu, and we have a page here where you can chat about educational reimbursement programs, and we have information about the Bellarmine membership discount, the student mentor program, the parent mentor program, the student entrepreneur scholarship. And then we have here a page for each state, okay, where here is where we have information about different scholarships or educational programs in your state. For example, Arizona has the ESA program, and we are providers of that program. And so here we have information for you on how to access funds and discounts for using that program. Okay, so this is the area where you can help. If you come to your state, to the page of your state, and you don't see a program that you are aware of, then you need to communicate with Emily Loveless. She is our basically director of these educational reimbursement programs, in order for us to be able to participate and be able to take advantage of those programs in your state. Okay? All right. So that is a very important thing. Let me now go into some of the financial aid programs. Here, the Bellarmine membership discount. This is a program that we offer for families that are members of Bellarmine at Home. Okay? And we are going to do things slightly different from what we did this past year. This past year, we opened these discounted programs, and we had to do a lot of reimbursements and refunds and everything. It was very costly for us to do that. So we are not going to do reimbursements, okay? And we are going to have this program open for families to apply during the early registration period, okay? So the way that this discount is going to be is that it is applicable for families that are members of Bellarmine at Home, either at the basic level or at the premium level, and they have had to be members during this current year, okay? And then you are going to, starting on April 15, you can apply for the discount, filling up a form indicating which level of membership you have and what courses do you want the discounts to apply to, okay? All right, so that is going to be just during this early registration period, okay? So the family must have been a member of Bellarmine at Home during the 2024-25 school year to apply for these discounts, okay? And then we are not going to reimburse funds, okay? So if you pay for full tuition, then you will need to choose a different course to receive the discount. But so the idea is that when you apply, you are going to, in the form, tell us which courses and which student you want the discount to apply for, and we will send the discount code to the student account, okay? So that is how it goes. Any questions about this? This is slightly different from this past year, but we want to make it so it's more streamlined and more fair for everyone, all right? Okay. Once we finish with the early registration, then we are not going to process any more of this discount. So this is something that is very critical and important for all the families to understand, okay? So we'll need to publicize this far and wide, okay, in order for everyone to get it. All right. The Student Mentor Program is a fantastic program, really. It's actually very, very good. And this is for students that have completed a course successfully, and the teachers want to invite the students to be a mentor the following school year, okay? And this is for students who have demonstrated academic ability, responsibility, and love of learning. All right. And we have here all the information on how that applies, and we have even a video explaining how the whole program applies. I have had in all my classes, in almost all my classes, I have student mentors, and it has been fantastic, really. The student mentors have a great experience, and they are helping all of the students, and they help me a ton, really. So that has been very, very helpful. In exchange for being a student mentor, the students then receive a 50% discount code to register on another course, okay? And so they are able to get a discounted tuition for another course. Similar to the student mentor program, we have the parent mentor program. And this is for parents to become mentors to a group of students. But the idea here is for the parents to invite other families or other students to physically take the class together, okay, at their home, all right? So we want to promote the idea here of kind of a micro school and help you coordinate with other families, invite other families in your vicinity to take classes together, okay? And so we want as much as possible to foment the opportunity for students to interact with other students offline, okay? And that is the purpose of this program. So here it explains again what are the responsibilities, the expectations of that, all right? The parents would also need to fill out an application form for that we will open. All of these application forms will open on April 15. Okay, so that is why they are not linked yet. All right. And then the parents receive a 50% discount for the course that they are mentoring for one of their students. Okay. So that is kind of the idea that in exchange for you helping create a community of learners and invite a community of learners in your home, that you also get a discount for that, okay? So that is the parent mentor program. And last, we have the student entrepreneur scholarship. This is a scholarship also of 50% discount for students that want to work to pay their own tuition, okay? And so if the student pays for their tuition, we are willing to recognize that and give them a 50% scholarship on as many courses as they are willing to work and pay for, okay? So, this is a ton of help here, really. A ton of help that we are offering. And if I may say so, pretty generous, really. Okay, because we are talking about a sizable discount over the tuition. Okay, now something important to understand is that these scholarships and programs they cannot be combined. Okay, we do not believe on free. Okay, we do not espouse the idea that students or families should combine kind of scholarships and programs in order to get free courses. Okay, because if something is free, I have experienced this many times. Whenever students get something for free, they perform a lot worse. Okay, a lot worse, not a little worse. They perform a lot worse. All right, and so these scholarships are not cumulative. Okay. Any questions about that part? Mm-hmm. All right. And another thing that is important to know is that if you are using one of the state sponsor programs, like we had here the Arizona one, let me see, in Utah, we have a couple of programs. Let me go all the way back to Utah. Okay, let's see here. Let's get to Utah. All right. We have Open Ed that does a reimbursement. And we also have the Harmony Ed and the Utah Fits All Scholarship. Okay. If you are using one of these programs, then we are not, because you are being reimbursed by the program, you cannot apply any discount for that. Then it applies the full tuition for that, because that is the price of the courses, really. Okay, so we cannot, if a family or a student has the Utah Fits All scholarship and they want to use some of those funds for our courses, then we send the invoice to Utah Fits All for the full tuition. Okay. All right. So, Joseph, you say, can you clarify if you are using state funding like ESA in Arizona, even if you are a member of the Bella Mae at Home, you aren't eligible for that discount, correct? That's correct. Okay. You can use the Bella Mae at Home discount for other courses. Okay. But if you are applying, if you want to use the ESA program in Arizona, the way that it works is that we will need to charge the full tuition, and then you get refunded the full tuition. Okay. So there's no problem for the family here. Okay. All right. If you want to apply the Bella Mae at Home membership for a discount, then you can do that and pay half of the tuition. But you cannot then apply for reimbursement from Arizona for that. Okay. So that is kind of how that works. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. All right. So I think that is pretty much. Let me see if we have. I always do this one too many times. Okay, so I think that we explained that, and we have now the time for questions and answers. Okay, so this is the time for then you to ask questions. Okay, and we can talk and see if there's anything else that we can do to clarify things. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, I've talked too much, so. Thank you, Miriam, for your contribution and your service as the student body government president. Okay. And the work that they are doing is fantastic. So let's see, Sister Simper, does that also apply to Open Ed in Utah? If we use Open Ed, we can no longer use the 50% off discounts. Okay. Yes, that is applicable for all these educational reimbursement programs. Okay. And the reason is because the price of the courses is the full tuition. So when we issue the invoice, we issue it for the full tuition, and then you turn in that invoice to Open Ed or ESA, and you get reimbursed the full tuition. All right. Mm-hmm. All right. So we didn't do that this past year. We recognize that this is a change, but it was something that we realized, this is not correct, okay? Because we are shortchanging the teachers on that regard. Mm-hmm. All right. Mm-hmm. Okay. Any other questions? Anything else? Comments, observations? How have your students been doing? Anything that you want to share? Concerns? Smart remarks? I don't see. Teachers, anything that you would like to add? We have Kristen Wilkinson, Christelle Fox, Nellie Boyer, Trent Merrill in the midnight hours, and Jessica Buer. Okay. Let's see. Susie said, my son is in your geometry class and said yesterday class was the coolest lesson he's ever had. Okay. It was really a fantastic class in geometry. Yes. It was really fantastic. Mm-hmm. And Joseph said that his son has enjoyed his classes. Thank you. Thank you. And this is fascinating. We are finishing the third year of the academy here. And we really want to continue growing this academy and making it a better and better experience for everyone, really. So your help in promoting, in talking with family and friends and other students, that is very important for us, because that is how we are going to grow. We haven't been very successful or good at doing external marketing because sincerely we don't have much time to do that. Okay. We try to do some marketing through Facebook and through the other websites of the Well-Educated Heart and everything. But we find that the best marketing is really the word of mouth from students and parents. Okay, so you are our biggest fans and advocates. So, and we are very, very grateful for that. Mm-hmm. Okay. Gillian says, my son has enjoyed his classes as well, and he has stretched in lots of good ways. Excellent. Mm-hmm. Good. All right. Well, you are a quiet bunch. So
I've heard question and answers go on for an hour and a half, Pablo, so it must be going okay.
That's right. Yes. So if I don't get any questions, we are going to thank you for your participation in this meeting, and we are going to call it a day here. Okay. So thank you so much. I'm going to stop here the recording. Okay.